respective effect. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mark Mitchell.
Mr. Chair, the question be now put.
The question is that the question be now put. Those of that opinion will say aye. Point of order, Clayton Cosgrove.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. I know you're in the process of calling the vote, but I just call your attention to my colleague who's been seeking a call, hasn't had a call on this.
I'm the judge of the number of calls. I'm the judge of the number of calls, and we've been going for well over an hour and a quarter. I'm ruling. And we've been going for well over an hour and a quarter, and I'm accepting the closure motion. No, I'm accepting the closure motion. The question is that the question be now put. Those of that opinion will say aye. You're trifling with the chair. I've already ruled that I'm accepting the closure motion. Point of order, the Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.
With respect, Mr. Chair, I'm not challenging that. You have to accept a point of order, and you can rule it out once you've heard it. Can I say this to you, sir? You are correct. We've had an hour or whatever you specified. However, you'll also be aware that an arrangement was put in place between the parties. That arrangement was breached by the government.
That's not a point of order.
And the debate was truncated.
That's not a point of order. Now listen, there have been 14 calls for the opposition, 4 for the government, and in terms of relevance, I've listened very closely. I have ruled accordingly well over the hour and a quarter as to relevance, and it's time for the closure motion. No, I'm not accepting it again. Member will sit. If you're trifling with the chair, it will be the matter. Honourable Damien O'Connor.
Mr. Chair, I have not had a call on this, Mr. Chairman. And
I know you haven't had it.
And the point is that,
sit down.
While accepting your points...
Sit down. Remember, you haven't had a call, I know that, but then you haven't been here the whole time either, and there's been plenty of opportunities to take the calls. I've looked around at who's gone up to make the call. That's the end of the matter.
Mr. Chair. Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
If you trifle with the chair, I'll ask you to leave the chamber. One more. Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.
Not trifling with the chair, but there is a point, sir, which I ask you to reflect on. Mr. O'Connor has been in the chamber for a considerable period of time. All members have been enthusiastic on this side of taking
Look, I thank
calls.
the member for those comments. I have ruled, I have given the opposition 14 calls, and we've been going for well over an hour and a quarter, and I'm accepting the closure motion. The question is that the question be now put. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party votes called for. I'll ask the clerk for a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
8 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana. Mana.
1 vote opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Members, the ayes are 72, the noes are 49. The motion will be put. We first have the Minister's amendments as set out on SOP number 274 to add new subpart 4. The question is that the Minister's amendment be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Members, the question now is at part 1 as amended stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. We now come to debate on clause 12, part 2. The question is that part 2 stand part.